Good morning, this bright, sunny Friday morning. I wanted to share a quick message with you. We're wrapping up our study on 1 John and our message on 1 John this week. And we chose 1 John as our book study for the year because it's a message of unity. We had the theme for unity this year, figuring that it was going to be a challenging year with a very divisive presidential election. And so we figured it's going to be very challenging. And so we wanted to have unity as our theme. We wanted us as believers to present something different during this conflict. And it's been kind of true, and this presidential election has brought out the worst in everybody. People are saying and doing some of the craziest things. But we as believers wanted something different. And 1 John is a book about unity. It's about love. Here's what he wrote. He says, "Dear friends, let us love one another, for love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God." See, we need to understand that love is one of the key ingredients to having unity in our lives, to having unity of what God is doing in us and for us. And unity is part of that in our lives. And so I wanted to encourage us, kind of a call back. One of the key ingredients to love, I don't think we often overlook, is the key ingredient of grace. See, loving others is challenging. It takes patience and understanding and trying to see things from somebody else's perspective. We don't have to agree, but we got to understand they have a different perspective. And love requires that grace. It's a giving and receiving from the heart. It's an understanding that they can have something different than us and that we can still love them and care for them. You know, and so grace is a key ingredient. So I want to encourage us there. We talk about God's love for us and that His love is unlimited and His love is there for all. But what about love as grace? That unmerited love. It's undeserved love that we need to have for others. You know, what kind of person do I want to be known as? You know, do I want somebody to say, hey, he loves you no matter what you've done, or she loves you no matter where you've been? You know, what do you want to be known as? So I just want to encourage us. Grace will enable us to love others. Love them as God has loved us. And so I just want to encourage you this morning. You know, it's crazy out there right now, and it's going to get, I think, even worse as we get closer to the November time. But we as believers, we as those who want to follow God, have God in our hearts, and we have the grace that He shared with us that we can share with someone else. So I want to encourage you this morning. Let's love others as God has loved us. Jesus said this, "Love one another as I have loved you, so you can love one another." John 13:34. 35 says, "They will know you're my believers, they're my followers, by your love for one another." Let's be agents of love this year, especially during this time that is very challenging, but yet can change this world through the power of God. God's grace and His love. Wrap up 1 John Sunday. I get to share the message. We're going to have a great time together. See you in person right at the church, or you join me online, and we'll see what God does. God bless you. Love you, and I'll see you Sunday.